Hey there, welcome to Tech Groupies, your source for top tech and rockin' gadgets. Did you know that the internet was originally created for military purposes? Indeed, many significant technological advances have been repurposed for civilian use after being developed initially for the strongest defense forces around the world. And there is no limit for innovation and creativity when it comes to military technology, particularly weaponry. Many of the weapons being developed or used today appear to come right out of science fiction. Despite how bizarre they might look, these weapons and technologies have been produced to strengthen the best armies, and some of them are currently being deployed to different war zones across the globe. Humankind has evolved from swords to machine guns and nuclear weapons. But what are the most unusual armaments on the horizon? Tech Groupies has compiled a list of 8 of the most unusual weapons that will definitely rock your mind. This list includes weapons that you might think only exist in movies and not in real life. And we're absolutely sure some of them will make you do a web search to verify their genuinity. So let's get into this list of out-of-the-box weapons that will definitely blow your mind. You've undoubtedly seen something like this in the movies, like Star Wars or Star Trek, under several names like laser gun, death ray, beam gun, blaster, and phaser. The phaser rifle is a non-lethal military weapon that uses a green pulsing laser to momentarily blind the opponent. Its exact name is the Personal Halting and Stimulation Response Rifle, and it's basically a billion laser pointers pointed at the eyes at once. The laser lights, which have alternating wavelengths, seek to disorient those who look at them, rendering them unable to stand, let alone fight. Although similar weapons have been developed in the past, the phaser rifle varies significantly from those weapons in that it doesn't leave victims permanently blind. The idea is to just temporarily blind dangerous people so that law enforcement can capture them. Although this weapon will definitely not kill you, but what comes after it may. Railguns have been given many different names in science fiction. They've been dubbed mass drivers, magnetic accelerators, and most notably, Gauss cannons in Doom. Regardless, it has always been described as a projectile weapon that uses electromagnetic power to hurl its missiles at incredibly high speeds. For instance, the US military spent about $500 million developing and testing a ship-mounted electromagnetic railgun that could fire projectiles at hypersonic speeds. This prototype railgun was capable of launching projectiles at Mach 6, or 6 times the speed of sound. That's around 5,400 miles per hour, faster than almost any other weapon on the entire planet. They later gave up on the project due to technological difficulties. Now, a company by the name of Arc Flash Labs has scaled the idea down to a far more manageable size. The futuristic battery-operated handgun is described as being the most powerful coil gun ever offered to the public, and possibly even the most powerful handheld coil gun ever constructed. Forget the legendary AK-47 rifle, which is currently the most common shoulder weapon in use worldwide. This Russian Special Forces gun is a true nightmare on the battlefield. Early effects of gunshot wounds can be lessened by adrenaline and other substances, potentially affording the target a brief window of opportunity to act before collapsing. These seconds or even minutes might result in multiple people being killed in a crisis. The 12.7 by 55 millimeter rounds used by the Shack-12 are designed to address this issue by immediately eliminating targets upon contact and preventing lengthy gunfights. The weapon can also neutralize targets who are concealed behind shields or who are wearing body armor. It is also useful for breaching doors or penetrating cover. This is due to the stopping effect that the bullets have. However, as the distance grows, those rounds quickly lose their potency. Thanks to its Picatinny rails above and below, the rifle may also be fitted with a sound suppressor, an underbarrel grenade launcher, and numerous optical and collimator sights. If you think this weapon is impressive, wait till you see the others on the list. Do you remember the police officer's 6 sticks in the movie Minority Report? Anyone who came in contact with the sticks would immediately start to vomit. Unbelievable as it may seem, an actual vomit gun has been created. The US Navy and Invocon inked a deal in 2007 to create a weapon that affects a person's hearing and equilibrium using radio frequency. Anyone hit by the vomit gun immediately becomes extremely queasy and pukes. At the same time, the Science and Technology Department of the Department of Homeland Security hired Intelligent Optical Systems to create an LED incapacitator that generates a quick pulse of various colored lights and also induce nausea, migraines, and vomiting. The vomit gun is seen as a non-lethal way to subdue people and gain the upper hand on opposing combatants, similar to certain other weapons on this list. And like some of the other weapons on this list, the vomit gun appears to be an instant in which science fiction has eventually influenced science fact. The gyrojet is a family of unusual firearms that was created in the 1960s and is named for the process of gyroscopically stabilizing its missiles. Gyrojets shoot tiny rockets called microjets instead of inert bullets, since they have less recoil and don't need a large barrel or chamber to withstand the pressure of the combustion gases. As a result, it and other gyrojet weapon types operate quietly while dealing out a ton of damage and maintaining a constant speed up to their maximum effective range. However, because of their high production and maintenance costs, they are typically only used by special military teams and rich collectors. Even the most basic model can cost more than $1,000 now because they have been long since discontinued and are highly sought after collectibles. The Caltech PMR-30 is a unique handgun with an ammo capacity that much exceeds that of any other firearm. The double magazine for the gun can store 30 rounds of .22 Winchester Magnum rimfire ammo. This is 70% more ammunition than a Glock 17, more than 4 times as much as an M1911A1, and 5 times as many rounds as a standard revolver. Additionally, the PMR-30 uses an original hybrid blowback locked breech system. Due to its ability to fluidly switch between locked breech and blowback operation depending on the cartridge pressure, this operating mechanism enables the use of a wide range of ammunition. And what's even more astounding is that it manages to achieve all of this while remaining lightweight, therefore appealing to recreational shooters, backcountry shooters, and those looking for a gun for home defense. Spies from North Korea seem to be living in the James Bond era. Many years ago, when assassins from the nation attempted to kill the activist Park Sang-hak, the South Korean security agency discovered several small weapons on the spies. 2 poison pens and a tiny flashlight with 3 tiny holes for bullets were among the items discovered, according to CNN. One of the pens included a concealed needle that was poisoned, and according to a South Korean investigation official who spoke to CNN, it would cause muscle paralysis extremely quickly, which would lead to choking and death. The second pen could fire a bullet containing the same toxin that paralyzes muscles, and the bullet had enough force to pierce the skin. Additionally, the third was a flashlight that was essentially a weapon with 3 bullets. Although we're used to seeing lethal weapons pass for commonplace gadgets in James Bond and Mission Impossible movies, it's cool and also terrifying to know that these kinds of weapons exist in real life. No, this isn't just a weapon with the word zombie in it. It's actually a zombie-themed weapon. This AK-47, an electric chainsaw hybrid zombie-killing weapon, is designed to stop zombies dead in their tracks. You'll most definitely need a backup weapon in case you run out of ammunition or shells to deal with those annoying zombies, which we know may appear at some point. For this reason, the Double Star Zombie AK-47 was created, particularly to accommodate a battery-powered chainsaw rather than a laser rangefinder. In addition to the branding that is painted on the rifle, you'll also have an EOTech Zombie Stopper XPS-2Z holographic sight that has a biohazard sign in place of the usual reticle. You better order yours now in case the zombie apocalypse actually happens. Which of these weapons rocked your mind the most? Please let us know in the comments. This is Tech Groupies, and we hope you enjoyed this particular lineup of unusual weapons. Subscribe to our channel to view more videos of cutting-edge technology and rockin' gadgets. See you next time!